Hello everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make an infinity cube. For this project, you're going to need half an A4 sheet of paper with 6 solid colors, so basically 3 pages but in half. So I got like 6 different colors here. And from that, you're going to cut them into squares. So you're going to have 48 squares in all, along with the scraps. And then along with that, you're going to need some glue. Glue or tape, either one is fine. A pencil and a ruler. If you're not comfortable with ripping it apart into squares, you can use this if you want, but I suggest you would rip them apart to get more perfection. So the finished result of one cube would be this. This is a bigger version. And then the completed version would be this. So you would be, gluing or taping it in a series that you would be flexing it forever. That's why it's called an infinity cube. So let's get started. Okay, so to make the 8 squares for each color, you're going to need a ruler or a pencil, or you can just use your hands. I suggest that you use your hands and tear it apart to an easier process. It's an easy, quick process, and it gives a more better result. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is to just fold it as if you were making a square. And remember, this will need half of an A4 sheet. Okay? After that, you flip it over and then make sure you align it. So like this is the point that you're supposed to end, right? So make sure you align that part. But I don't want you to crease it because you might want to align it after. More. Okay, so you can see that's perfectly aligned. So now you can crease. Crease both sides also when you tear. It'll be easier. Now we have much more room to make a second square identical to this. So we just do another one. So now all you have to do is align the extra to the edge. Open it up. There. Crease. And that's it. Now all you just have to do is tear it apart. To be careful, use all your fingers. I already mastered this, so I can do it easily, but you can be more careful if you want. And now you have 2 joint squares. Now all you have to do now is to just rip it apart. And now you want smaller squares. This is 1/4 the size. So that means you just have to fold it in 4 parts and then rip it apart. That's pretty much it to all this. So after you make 8 squares from one color, you have to make it for the other 5 colors. It can be a repetitive process, so I suggest that you go and find some help, or you can use the ruler and pencil if you would like. I mean, it's your choice. So after you finish that, we're going to fold it and then assemble it all together. Okay, so now we're going to make these tiny pieces that assemble the whole cube. You're going to need 6 of them. I already made 5 and I'm going to show you the 6th one. So at the end, you'll be able to make this one cube, and now you just have to repeat the process for the other 7 cubes. So let's start. You take the square and then fold it in half. You don't want to crease it so much. And then you fold it to the middle, both the sides. Now, here's the part where many people make mistakes. So, you need it to be horizontal. See, lines are horizontal, not vertical. It needs to be horizontal. And then you take the top left corner, and then you fold it, like still on that bar. And then you do the same thing, just rotated 180 degrees. Now you fold it back again. So now you got this rectangle with 2 folded corners. Now what you do is you take the corner that's not folded inside, and then you take it and then you fold it as if you were making a square, and then turn it 180 degrees and do the same thing. So now you get a parallelogram. It's the same size. Now what you do is you tuck them in. So by doing that, that means that you lift one of the flaps and then you put that big flap inside. Turn 180 degrees and do the same thing. For this one, you're going to have to kind of push it in. Maybe if you have a pencil, you can kind of like push it in, and that's pretty much it. And then one last step, I'm doing it in advance. You can do it if you want later. You just fold the corners backwards. And that's pretty much it, actually. Now you just have to make 47 more of those. Sadly. So now we're going to see the assembly of the cube, or basically the fixing of the cube. So an example one would be like this. And when you finish it, it's going to be sturdy, like a lot sturdy. And so, which is an advantage when you do this method with of a cube. You can do other methods, but that's not going to be as as sturdy as this one. So let's see the assembly. So when you finish making the units, which are 6 of them, you see these pockets that are already folded in. So we're going to insert them through the pockets and basically locking them together. So I can put one like here. So see, it's going this way, but the other one is going this way. You want to keep that in mind. And then I put one here. As you can see, I'm trying to follow this so that it stays in one order. So like there's a red piece here. So if you want to identify what side it is, you can just look at how many triangles there are. So there are 4, right? And then 2 of them are already red. So that means it's the red side. So I know this is going to be the red side because it has a red base. Now I'm going to put a yellow in it this way, and then an orange. So when you have 3 like this, you're going to make a corner. This is a corner. So you wanna, if you're doing this for the first time, I suggest that you get another person to help, because it has like, it's all connected. It's like when you put 4 flaps on a box and then you all like kind of interlock it together. It's something like that, but it's with paper. So after you've done that, you can just do the other side. You kind of need to sometimes open the flap. If you need to know which flap it is, you'll know which one it is when it's like when it gives an opening or something. So when you know that, that means you're inserting it through the correct flap. So like see this blue, it goes here because you can't put it here, can you? That would just mess up the whole thing. So you insert that. I pretty much think the last unit is the easiest one because you already have a sturdy way. Like I said, if you're a beginner on doing this, I suggest you find 2 hands because it's really small here. And I also suggest that you would make it a little bit bigger. And then after you're done interlocking the flaps, you have to do the 8 cubes. And also do it as a mirror image so that it would all stay the solid color if you want though. I want it to be all a solid color, so I'm doing a mirror image. You don't have to. And that's pretty much it. See, it's a mirror image. So the last part of the infinity cube is pretty simple. We need to add the hinges. So for the hinges, you need 8 of one color, and then 4 of 2 colors. Like you can see, 4 of purple, 4 of orange. I chose the colors accordingly to the cube. So like, I need to add some hinges here and here. So I chose purple. You need 4 of those. And then etc. So after that, I'm going to flip this way. You want to be careful. You want to be on the same side. And so the second pair of hinges is going to go here and here. I chose the color combination. So like, see, and this. Then the last pair, you're going to kind of flip. And then I'm going to add hinges here and here, and on the back here and here. So that's going to get 8 hinges. And then after that, you're pretty much done. So after adding the hinges, you have to glue them together, and that's pretty much it. To make the hinges, they're really simple. It's just half of one unit that you used for the sides. See, it's only half, and this is a hinge, so it's only half of the unit that you used to make the cube. So after making 16 units of these, you're going to assemble them. And see, I already assembled some. So to put them on, it's really simple. First, you apply some glue. Wait first. Okay. After you apply the glue, you can just slide them. Or if you have trouble sliding them, you can just lift the flap and then push it in like that, and then just close the flap. sometimes they might come off like this. You just have to push them in or reapply some glue, because probably the first time you did it, it was probably not, the glue wasn't spread well. So if you see that you have a missing hinge, they're easy to see. So you can see here that I have a missing hinge. Yeah, and I'll show you where to put the hinges. So after that, like, you need hinges or else they'll just fall apart like that. So when you start, you have to put 2 hinges here, and then you also want to put it on the opposite side. So here's the opposite side, and then you flip. So then you have 2 hinges here, and then same on the opposite side, 2 hinges here, and then you flip. So now I have 4 hinges. I need to fix that. And then I also put some on the opposite side. I need to put one here. And that's pretty much it. That's your infinity cube. So I really hope you did learn something from this video. So you can see, this is the finished result. Now it's about the size of my palm, well, barely actually. And so like, I would say this is pocket size more than it is to put in a bag or something. This, however, is more likely to be put in a bag. And like I said before, you don't always have to use this method to do a cube, like this one. You can also use the seamless cube, but it didn't turn out well for me. You can see they're white edges. And you know how that can annoy somebody, like a lot. So, this doesn't take a lot of paper. It only takes 3 sheets in total. So I really hope you had fun doing this project. Thanks for watching.